these are one of the products we make on a regular basis. They're fluid measuring devices called flumes. And they come in 4 basic configurations that we make. This style is called a partial. Very popular, made from really, really small ones to 8-footers, and some we even have to make in halves that can be transported by mules to install in streams, and they carry the flume to this place in the creek on mules, and they assemble the 2 halves together, and then they backfill it with cobble, make the water from the creek all go into the flume. These are called H flumes. Don't ask me what the difference in their application is. And this is a probably like almost a 3-foot H flume, and this is a 0.5 of 1-foot H flume. This is the inside surface, and this is right side up. So the water comes in here and gets forced into this little V, but these round ones are called Palmer boluses, and they're also very popular. And you're looking at a whole row of Palmer bolus molds. That one there is a really small, like 4-inch Palmer bolus, and then every inch, they're all in inches and feet, and percentages of. They have measurements, particular measurements, upstream, downstream, that are percentages of these magic numbers. Like H is, if H is 3 feet, 2/3 of H is where you put the measuring point. It's at a different place in every one of these. Those are big Palmer boluses, and this is an approach channel to a huge Palmer bolus right here. And sometimes see how they're really long, and then sometimes they're really short. If the water coming in is from a 3-foot diameter sewer pipe in a manhole, they put the water into the approach channel to calm it down before it enters the flume, so they get more accurate measurements. Ron had to go down into a manhole and repair a trapezoidal flume for the International Paper Company, and they're very proud of their wastewater system. They have settling tanks, and they let all the particulates and all the ink and all the paint products they use to paint the designs on the boxes all goes into these settling chambers or tanks, and they evaporate them, and they end up with very small amount of solid waste, and they put very little, but it's very by this time it's real clean water that they're putting into the municipal system, and they measure their effluent through a trapezoidal flume 10 feet down underground in a manhole. And I went down there with her to repair this thing, and we got a tour of the International Paper Company, which is just that makes these boxes. It's just awesome. This is the exact trapezoidal flume. And all their water, and they're so, like I say, they're so proud of their system as being there ahead of time, ahead of time. All their water goes through this little guy. It's the same basic process of all these molded fiberglass products are made. The very first thing you do is you In this case, this is a part of a Mercury sailboat.
Which you also make, right?
Yeah. This is a shearwater. Okay. This is a mold. You wax the mold so it releases. You spray on the gel coat, the white paint. You then put laminates of fabric and resin of all different compositions. That's why they call it composites, because you can use E-glass, S-glass, Kevlar, graphite. Those are the basic fabrics you use in hand laminated products, which is all we do. And then the resins range from ortho, isopolyesters, vinyl esters, and epoxies. And any combination thereof, weights of fabrics, choice of resins for either strength, structural, or chemical resistance, temperature resistance, all those factors have to be considered in designing a product.